Is your uterus really your superpower? During Black People Be Gay Black Women's Month? Is your uterus really your superpower?
VBS, I just turned the water on. Big old flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls. Keeping on my truck, look like brains.
What's up, guys? It's your sister, Jessie Woo. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe. So you can join the Black Women's Tribe during Black People Be Gay Black Women's Month, okay? Black People Be Gay Black Women's Month. We are in the month of June, my Lord. Time is slipping away from me.
Time is slipping away from me. Yeah.
What's going on with time, child? Time got somewhere to be, girl? What is going on with the going on? All right. So before we get to it, guys, please make sure that you like this video, subscribe, leave me a comment, share. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you want to become a member of this channel, there is a link in my description box. Please become a member today. I do have members only content that I share with y'all. Also, you guys get podcast episodes earlier than others. Also, okay? Period. Okay, so what's going on before I get into this? I know I want to say something else. Oh, it's Caribbean Heritage Month. Last month was Haiti Month. This month is Black Women's Caribbean Heritage Month. So say the blood clot, for them I drink and I chichi man kia. Oh. Not me singing that during Black People Be Gay Month. What's going on? But anyway, shout out to the whole Caribbean Massive. What else? It is Black Women's Month as well. So shout out to all the Black music artists, especially you African Americans. We all know people be taking y'all sound left and right, child. Okay? So big ups to the African Americans, African American music, soul music. I feel like, Black music has set the foundation for the sound of music in this country. Y'all have started all, okay? Period. It's giving sinners. It's a whole lot of vampires taking y'all shine, okay? But we got to make sure we give just due where just is due. So shout out to the Black folks, Black people, period. Happy Black Women's Month, period. Let's get to it. Just hilarious. I know I'm late to this discussion, but I did have some thoughts on it that I wanted to just go ahead and jump right on in. Not out, but into. So 2 weeks ago, Len Bernie passed by the Breakfast Club, and shout out to her. Len has a show right now on Rebuttal called The People's Brief. Make sure that you're tuning into it every week. I believe it's every Thursday. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but you can go to her Instagram page. Make sure you hit her follow button. Follow her. We all know Cousin Len. Right? She's been keeping us informed for years. Shout out to her. Congratulations. This is huge. And I hope that this is just only the beginning for her. I was supposed to do one episode and I wasn't able to do it because I had to go film something else. But I just want to extend my congratulations to her. Len, you are a legend, an icon in the making. So keep doing you. So Len passed by the Breakfast Club, and Len is an example of someone who I just don't think needs the Breakfast Club. Like, I honestly don't think that everyone needs to be on the Breakfast Club. I just don't. That's my personal opinion. I love what she's doing. I love the messaging that she, displayed. But it's just, the Breakfast Club, to me, is just being honest, I don't think that it's a serious platform. I think it's a platform, I don't know what the fuck it is. Like, to be honest, I just think it's a joke. I think it's a joke. And I say that honestly with sadness because it's one of the biggest platforms in our community. But again, over and over again, we just see so much misinformation. We see so much misuse of the platform itself that it just goes against the purpose of such a platform to me. It's so whack to me. And watching her interview again, it solidified that for me. So she visits the Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne actually asked her a very good question. He asked her,
what's one political issue you think just we've become too performative about and not solution oriented enough about?
I think voting.
Her reasoning was that we just lack a sustainable strategy when it comes to voting. That, we tend to fall off. We tend to only talk about, the issues or voting every 4 years when, listen, we should be talking about voting all year round. There are people to vote for every year or at least every 2 years. And then when we're not voting, there are things that we should be doing within our community to make sure that our community is well informed so that when voting comes around, we're not just all of a sudden educating people all over again on the issues, right?
We often wait the 4-year cycle to begin to complain about what we don't like about candidates and then are upset when we're not able to show up in full force and vote together.
And so as they're having this conversation, she was talking about how, voting doesn't necessarily have to be your entire identity. Like some of her friends tend to think that, she'd need to be with somebody like Lamont Hill because, she is so socially conscious.
I'm single now, and they're like, so what, you want like a Mark Lamont Hill? No, no shade to Mark, he's great, but I don't need that to encompass my entire life.
And as she's making this statement, here comes Jess Hilarious.
To understand that the work never stops. So we just got to find that balance.
And for you, I want somebody who knows that women can have babies.
Oh, okay.
Only women can have babies. I just want to let you know that.
Interesting. There are other people who can have babies.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if they have a uterus, they can have babies. But they just might not identify as women.
Okay.
Those are two different things. Like you can be biologically female, but you can't be biologically woman. Because woman is a gender construct, a social construct. So if you got a uterus, you can have a baby.
Yes, that's the point. If you have a uterus, you can have a baby.
During Black Women's People Be Gay Black Women's Month, what was your need to bring that up? What was your need to bring that up, right? Now, did Jess Hilarious say anything factual? Yes. Factually, she's right. Is Lene factually correct as well? Yes. The only thing with Lene is Lene added nuance. And maybe that whole, okay.
I want somebody who knows that women can have babies.
Oh, okay.
Only.
Like, Jess, you don't be seeing how the person's about to clear you. And that's my problem with you. Jess is funny. Jess is fun to be around. She's fun to work with. But I just feel like, sister, you lack the range for certain conversations. So I don't even know why you bring them up. That whole, okay, that Lene gave you, that was let's wrap this up. While we bringing this up, let's wrap this up. But also, let me educate you to make sure that folks don't think that I'm out here saying the same dumb shit that you're saying. And for what? Like, what you said was factually correct. But it's like, what was the point? We all know that women with uterus, like we know. Real women, we know. Like, what happened in your childhood? Like, did you say the Candyman 3 times, in the mirror and Shanae popped out? Like, what the fuck is your issue? What is your issue with these people? These people don't ever be talking about you just until you talk about them. Like, what is your problem with the transgender people? Like, they don't ever bring your ass up until you summon them. That don't say nothing to you. And then, like, what's crazy too? Not only did Lene clock you in this moment, but even at the end of the interview, Charlamagne asked her a question about, why don't you be going on different platforms to have debates over certain issues? Why don't you pop up on CNN? We saw Charlamagne pop up on CNN a lot during the election. And it was just like, who the fuck? Who invited Mr. Clean? What's going on? Like, he does not speak for us. What the fuck is going on? Like, you was caught saying a lot of stupid shit, right? And then you have Lene clocking your ass as well as Jess, telling y'all she ain't got time for that because...
Sometimes I just feel like a lot of that is baiting. I feel like a lot of it is unnecessary waste of time. They come into rooms knowing they're not going to change their mind. And they're coming in their rooms with misinformation as their goal to spread.
Exactly. Exactly. Right. A lot of y'all be misinformed. And you use your platforms to continue to spread misinformation. And what happens is misinformation goes so much further than facts. You've said this yourself, Charlamagne. You said, people are more entertained by lies than they are by the truth. I think I'm paraphrasing, but the lies are more entertaining than the truth, right? And so here she is, like, clocking your ass and clocking you too, like, y'all, like, Jess. Anyway, so shout out to Here's Why Kevin. Here's Why Kevin posted the clip and it exploded on social media, and it was met with a lot of different TikToks, a lot of people coming forward and, giving their thoughts.
This message is for Jess Hilarious. Transphobia affects you too. Here's why. The Instagram comedian Jess Hilarious, who is currently serving as a co-host on the Breakfast Club radio show, is constantly throwing jabs at transgender people even when they are not the topic of discussion.
And for you, I want somebody who knows that women can have babies.
Oh, okay.
Only women can have babies. I just want to let you know that.
Interesting.
And this most recent incident isn't new. She's been doing this for years. And the reason is that she thinks transphobia will never affect her. But she's wrong. In June 2023, Michelle Dion Peacock, a 59-year-old black woman, was murdered by her neighbor Tommy Wayne Earl. Earl approached Michelle in broad daylight and slashed her throat open with a straight razor outside of her home. Earl told police he harbored a long-standing grudge against Michelle because, in his words, she was a, quote, male acting like a woman. He thought Michelle was transgender. She was not. She was just an older black woman who didn't fit his definition of femininity. And guess what, Jess? Neither do you. What you don't understand is that the transphobia you help to spread and normalize will be used against you and women who look like you. Women who do not fit the Eurocentric, ultra-feminine expectation of what a woman should look like, act like, or sound like. So when the narrative that you help to push fully transform our society into a place where men can inspect our daughters' bodies because they suspect that they are transgender, because they are not seen as women enough, will you be proud of yourself?
And, again, while Jess is factually correct, these thoughts of all these people are correct as well. There was one video that I saw from Mel Mitch, who is hilarious, and she was talking about Jess trying to have a coochie off with a trans woman. Just watch this. I can't.
Hey guys, I have more thoughts. Happy Sunday, and more importantly, happy Pride. It's been very funny watching the black woman TERFs lately. In an effort to have a coochie off with the trans dolls, they're forgetting, or not forgetting, they don't know anything, that trans men exist. And that was Lene's entire point on the Breakfast Club, is that women, people who identify as a woman, are not the only ones who can bear a child, because trans men and non-binary people exist. And it just takes a gender studies class or having a 5th grade reading level to understand that. And woman, like she said, woman is a social construct, because all of these roles and things that a woman has to do, this is all made up. All of this is made up. And then the funny thing about Jess K. Rowling and those like her who think like her is saying like that your uterus is your superpower. That's it. That's all. I'm so much cooler than my reproductive function. I'm so much more than being a baby incubator. And I'm not going to have a nanny boo-boo contest with trans people over it. So many beautiful, amazing women that I know cannot conceive. So I'm not going to make my entire existence, my entire gotcha to someone else is that I can have a child. Yeah, like I would like to have a child, yes, of course, but that's not all I was put on earth to do. And then even crazier, as a black woman, they don't even see us as human, let alone women. So to play this game is crazy. And the other thing is, we should be joining forces with the trans women because we have the same apex predator. So yeah, I'm just happy Pride, y'all. Shout out to the dolls. I'm not threatened by y'all. I love y'all, and I hope y'all have an amazing Pride Month in life. And yeah, bye.
But anyway, I concur with so much of what she said, because you know, I'm a real woman. I have a uterus. And I'm sorry, like, yes, while I do want to become a mother one day, this ain't all I got to offer. Like, having babies, what if this is not Handmaid's Tale? Well, actually, it is. With Donald Duck back in office, it is Handmaid's Tale. And that's why your comments, Jess, are so, not only are they just weren't necessary, but they're so tone deaf. You're not reading the room. You're so misinformed. You have no idea what's really going on in this country. And so that's why you followed up with these posts, you know, oh, well, my uterus is my superpower. My uterus is my superpower. Who said it wasn't? Trans women never said your uterus wasn't your superpower. And the whole 90-90 boo-boo that you're doing with your uterus, it's really stupid. Like, it's dumb because, again, trans women know that, you know, transgender men are the ones who can't have babies because they have uteruses. Like, they know that. You're not educating them on anything different. The women who think like you, like, y'all are not educating anyone. Y'all not telling anybody anything new. They know this. They know this. And I want to echo something that Mel said in her video, which is your enemy is not transgender women, transgender men, like the trans community, the rainbow community. They're not your enemy. They don't give a fuck about what you got going on. You know who gives a fuck about what you got going on, Jess? And the real women like me who have uteruses? The law, the government. Donald Duck. I want to turn your attention to a story. There's a woman by the name of Adriana Smith. She's a 30-year-old nurse out of Georgia. Back in February, she was 9 weeks pregnant. And she had excruciating head pains in the middle of the night. She goes to Northside, complains about this excruciating pain that she's feeling, and she wasn't given the attention that she was seeking. As a nurse, mind you, she was given some pain meds and sent back home. The next night, her boyfriend wakes up to her in the middle of the night, gasping for air and gurgling in her sleep. They take her to Emory Hospital. And do you know what happens when she goes to Emory? A CT scan is ran and blood clots are found all over her brain. She's then declared brain dead on the spot. But here's the thing. She's 9 weeks pregnant. So what happens to her and that uterus and that baby? She has been on a plug. Legally dead, mind you. She's legally dead. But she's been on a ventilator used as an incubator since February, because they want to force her legally dead body to give birth to this child. Let's take a listen to her family tell the story.
She was gasping for air in her sleep, gargling. More than likely it was blood. They did a CT scan and she had blood clots all in her head.
Doctors declared Adriana brain dead. 30-year-old Adriana Smith was about 9 weeks pregnant because of Georgia's heartbeat bill, which bans abortions after a fetal heartbeat is detected. Her family says they weren't given any say in what happens next.
And I see my daughter breathing by the ventilator, but she's not there. And I'm touching her. And she has a son who I bring to see her.
Now, 21 weeks pregnant, her baby's health uncertain.
She's pregnant with my grandson, but my grandson may be blind, may not be able to walk, wheelchair bound. We don't know if he'll live once she has him. It should have been left up to the family.
Adriana has been on a ventilator for the past 90 days. It's likely doctors will not induce Adriana for at least another month. And it's not just the baby's health the family is worried about, also a medical bill. They say that continues to grow every day.
I'm not saying that we would have chose to terminate her pregnancy. What I'm saying is we should have had a choice. We should have had a choice.
So after hearing Adriana Smith's story, I want to ask Jess Hilarious and the women who think like her, is your uterus really your superpower? During Black People Be Gay Black Women's Month? Is your uterus really your superpower? Is it? Is it? It's not. It's not. Not during these Handmaid's Tale periodically times. Okay? Not during these Donald Duck is in office periodically times. Okay? Yeah. Your uterus is not your superpower. Your uterus is actually a weapon now. Okay? You can be forced while legally dead to give birth to a child who's going to come out having God knows what issues in their health. Oh, and by the way, the state who's forcing this to happen, the government who's forcing this to happen, leaves your family with the bill. Yeah, they stick your family with that hefty bill. All right, so back in 2019, Georgia's Life Act was pushed forward by Brian Kemp, the governor of the state, right? And the Georgia Life Act says that fetal cardiac activity can be sensed or can be detected around 6 weeks. Now, mind you, usually under Roe versus Wade, 6 weeks, you can still have an abortion. Well, not under this act. And when Roe versus Wade was overturned back in 2022, guess what happened to the Georgia Life Act? It was enforced, all right? And we've all seen these abortion laws that have been put forth, especially now that we have Donald Duck in Obama's White House, okay? And so for situations like this, where the hospital, where the doctors would be able to free this woman and her baby and send them on back to glory, now they're being forced to stay alive, in her case, and this baby's being forced to be born, and we don't know if this baby gonna have 8 toes. We don't know if this baby gonna have just 1 out of 2 knees. We don't know if this baby gonna be blind. We don't know. What we do know is that whatever this baby is born with, this family is going to have to deal with that. Okay? Mind you, nowhere in the Georgia Life Act does it say that a legally dead woman should be forced to give birth to a child. But guess what? She's been forced to do it anyway. You know why? Because her uterus is her superpower. Yeah. Her uterus is her superpower. Yeah. Yeah. So when y'all walk around and y'all do the 90-90 boo-boo and y'all want to have the coochie off, like Mel said, with the trans community, baby, the trans community, Jess, is not your enemy. The law is, the government is, misogyny is. And you know what's crazy too? Like 3 weeks ago, Jess Hilarious was on the Breakfast Club talking about how she got booked at Mike Epps Comedy Club, and you know it was a sham of an experience, and they lied to her and told her that all these big celebrities had performed there. They said that Damon Wayans had performed there, but lo and behold and lo, it was actually Damon Williams, right? Now, I don't know who Damon Williams is. And apparently, Jess Hilarious didn't know who he was. So on the Breakfast Club, she said this.
Swear to God, I don't know no damn Damon Williams.
Jess, I'm going to show you who your biggest enemy is. The men. Because y'all, the way these men in the industry cock their cameras up to remind Jess, oh, you don't know who Damon Williams is? Like the way they took pleasure in eating you up about their fellow male comic.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Lil Real, and about to get my morning workout on. But I wanted to talk about something just real quick. For me, it's like, I've been staying out the way. If anybody noticed, I'll be out the way because I don't be like dealing with internet drama in general. But Jess Hilarious, who I love and is amazing, I'm so proud of. I just didn't like the dismissiveness of who is a Damon Williams, and saying that she thought it was Damon Wayans. That just wasn't cool, because there wasn't really no reason to bring him up, to be quite honest.
I swear to God, I do know Damon Williams. I swear to God, I probably don't know 3 people that don't know Damon Williams. Who the fuck? Jess? Quit playing with yourself.
Mind you, I've never seen none of these men cock their cameras up and do all this for Monique, who's been crying for over a decade about not getting work. But they made sure to do that for their fellow comic who's a male. You see that? That's misogyny. The same enemy that you had that was chewing your ass up when it came to you versus Lauren, right? You versus Lauren, right? When you came to us and you told us that Charlamagne was the one who told you to keep telling Lauren to shut up on air, so he could build the contention between you, because he thought it was funny. Mind you, Lauren clocked you too. Even Lauren, the way Lauren clocked you is the same way with Lene. When Lauren was like, Jess, I told you I wasn't going to serve it up to you like that. You know, I'm the producer, your talent. Clocked you. Clocked you. You just keep getting clocked left and right. I can appreciate you standing 10 toes down. I appreciate that. I always feel like, you know what, you say something, you believe it, stand 10 toes in it. However, you're standing 10 toes in boo-boo. You got boo-boo on your toes, because literally the energy that you have for the transgender community is so like unwarranted, and it's weird now. It's weird. It's weird, it's weird, it's weird. And as a real woman with a uterus, you have real issues to talk about. And since you don't have the range to address those issues, just be funny. Just tell jokes. Just do that. Just do that. Just do that. Just hilarious. And I say this as somebody who I've worked with you. I think you're great. I think you're funny. But I see you continuously, you know, be clocked. And it is because you keep talking about things that you don't have the range to talk about. And it just comes off as if you have an issue with a certain group of people. And it's just like, now you're just beating a dead horse. It makes no sense now. Okay, so during Black Women's, People Be Gay, Black Women's Month, let's give it a rest. Okay, drop it in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care of yourselves and each other.
VBS, I just